So it's Monday again, and once again didn't buy any stock into the brokerage because I'm saving up for an I-bond next year to try and max out the limit you can do on I-bonds in the next year. But another thing that I was doing before this was investing in Magic the Gathering sealed product, if you could call it that. Um, like Magic the Gathering, I think it's fun. And it seemed like a good idea at the time, like 2.5 years ago. Here's the last one I bought, was the little Dominaria United Jumpstart thing, which was so cheap that it was like $48 a little booster box, and it kind of looked like it'd be fun to play with my friends. Obviously, I haven't yet. I still have 2 sealed boxes of it, and I have no idea how the whole Jumpstart thing is going now. I have a ton of other ones. I think I started with like Core 2021 was kind of when I really like went for it. Because before then I was doing the Commander set. I was just getting the yearly Commander release, and I wasn't too crazy or anything, just spending whatever it was, about $120-ish, something like that, a year on it, and just, they were kind of neat. And then they stopped doing one Commander set and started doing Commander set with every product. And I was like, okay, if I'm going into this, I guess I'm going into it hard, and started getting, the set boxes, 2 set boxes from every set, and as well as the Commander decks from every set, because I'm like, well, I'm already in to the Commander side, might as well complete the collection. Then it just kind of didn't stop, and yeah, that stuff starts to take up a lot of space after a while. Maybe not in the first year, but after the second year, and you're starting into like the third year, you're kind of like looking around. This is kind of a lot of stuff. It's neat and all, but like, who's gonna buy this? Like, really? Like, once they start reprinting everything in the new set, and you're kind of like, wow, who am I gonna sell? My New Capenna booster boxes, like my 2 New Capenna set booster. Who's gonna buy those in 5 years? Why aren't they gonna buy like Ikoria, or why won't they buy whatever? A good one to do would be like Midnight Hunt. Who's gonna buy my Midnight Hunt? Who's gonna buy my Crimson Vow? Am I gonna be able to get, like, I don't know, and if it's 5 years from now, am I gonna be able to get like $150 a set booster box to kind of make that like 10-ish% or 8-ish% a year compounding? Like, is that going to be a thing? Is anybody going to? So it got me thinking that I should probably just be doing stocks, because that's essentially what I'm trying to do, is just buy stocks, really. That's a lot simpler to buy and sell in store. So that's kind of what led me to the more stock and bond approach. The more conventional investing was dipping my toes into the Magic the Gathering investing, because I do like the card game. And I would say even before that, it was reserve list investing in like 2016 and stuff, which I still have all my reserve list cards, which that was going well until I was kind of just like, oh man, these junk reserve list cards don't really go up, even though I've got hundreds of them. I've taken hundreds off the market, probably close to almost 500 copies, and nothing really. Then the icing on the cake was the Magic 30, of course. They just reprinted reserve list cards because, you know, fuck it, who cares? Nah, they're proxies, bro. Like, don't worry, we're totally not gonna do this again. Yeah, so confidence is shaken, whatever. I mean, it's cool to have the original cards, but I don't know, I just don't see I don't see it as a better alternative to just traditional stocks, bonds, stuff like that. Like, I've even tried real estate with my friend other than the, like, house I own. We did a little commercial piece of property that was super, super cheap, and we did that, and we tried to run a little video game and card shop out of it, and after 4 or 5 years, we just ended up having to sell it to make money because we wanted to, and just we weren't really doing anything with it. We tried renting it out, but it needed so much work. We were even like, hey, instead of paying us rent, you just fix the place up and you can have it for 2 years or whatever. You just fix the plumbing and, like, lay down a floor, how much ever that costs. Like, that can be the rent. It can be done to your, you know, specifics and all that stuff, but I get why nobody would want to do that, but paying rent is essentially the same thing, kinda. So, long story short, we made a little bit of money after we sold it, like hardly anything once you consider all the taxes and stuff that we had to pay throughout the years. So even back then, I was just buying cards, and I was more into Force of Will because it just seemed like such a great deal. You could buy these booster boxes for like $25-$30. I'm like, man, this would be fun. Like, hey guys, you want to open any of this? You guys are into card games, you know, this stuff, instead of being $4 or $5 a booster pack. It's like $1. I mean, and sometimes it was, I think the cheapest I got a case for was like $18 a booster box or something like that. 16. I don't know, something ridiculously cheap, where the booster packs would have been like 30 cents or something. It was like, hey, you want to split a case for like, you know, $8, $7? Like, here you go, you'll have a deck, we can draft, we can, you know, if you want 2 other people, it'd be like $2-3, we all split a case, you know, or a booster box to do a draft between, like, you know, 5-6 of us. But never happened. Nobody else got into Force of Will, and it's kind of unfortunate. So then I went, okay, well, we gotta go Magic now, because we sold a booster box of Magic while running a little game store and stuff. It was one of the most profitable things we did, and I mean, still not enough to, like, actually have it as a job or anywhere close to that. It wasn't even, I wouldn't even say it was a worthy side hustle at that point. We were lucky to even just, I don't think we even made enough to pay the bills one month with what we made. So I think every single month we were under. Might have only been $5-$10, but it just wasn't going to go anywhere. So that's when I was doing, like, reserve list buying and just buying all these cheap reserve list cards from Mirage and buying multiples of them, buying out vendors that were on TCG Player. I figured eventually they wouldn't be able to restock, but they are, and they have, even though I'd buy them out, and then a couple weeks later they'd restock, buy them out, month or two later, buy them out again, see what was cheap, month or two later, buy them out again, same card, and then check back after like 5-6 months, and hey, there's more. At one point it went up to like $3 and stuff, and now I check back and it's back to what it was like 6 years ago. And there's still like that many copies for sale, even though I have like, I took off probably close to 500 of them off the market, but whatever. So that led me to stocks, bonds, kind of I bonds having that ridiculous 7% rate. So here we are today, and now it seems like the best thing to do is to do nothing. Just save up for an I bond. It's boring. I kind of would rather, I would rather be doing something and seem like I'm making progress. Anyways, this video is long enough, and I'm pretty much just rambling at this point. Well, thanks for listening to me, and, yeah, I'm not very confident on sealed Magic for the future. I do like it. I enjoy Magic the Gathering. I enjoy these card games. I want it. But at the same time, I'm not going to probably buy Guilds of Ravnica or Ravnica Allegiance or even Dominaria, like the original and older stuff like Holodesh or anything like that. It doesn't speak to me. I wasn't playing then, so it's not my nostalgia. So those sealed booster boxes, Battle for Zendikar and stuff, and I don't want to own those in particular, like, so who's gonna want to buy my Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt in Battle for Zendikar and or Zendikar Rising or and stuff like that, and my Dungeons and Dragons and Commander Legends? Who's going to want that if they weren't a part of that when there's 100 other sets? And in 5-10 years, there's going to be 150 other sets to buy with 800 secret layers. Who's going to want to buy this? Where's my buyer? So, I don't know. In the stock market, there's always pretty much a buyer, so there's that.